Hello teachers, I am going to show you how you can identify your MLLs in your classes. The first thing that you're going to do is visit the portal, okay, right here. Sign in to the DPS portal with your login information. And then of course you want to go down to teacher portal. And then if you click or hover over assessment and instruction, over here on the right, you will see the Illuminate app. That's where you would like to go. Okay. The Illuminate app, you log in with your Google. Okay, so you don't put in the same credentials. You click on the Google option to log into Illuminate. Once you are in Illuminate, you're going to click on Reports and then the words View Reports. Okay, this is the part where it can get really tricky. The first time when I tried to do a search, I didn't type it in exactly this way. Apparently it has to be exactly that way in order to find it. So the first time I did this, I had to scroll and scroll and scroll forever to get to the WIDA things. But I think if you type it in this way with a W, capital W, small I, capital D, capital A, it did find it that time. So type it just like that. Illuminate is very particular in that way. Okay, then you're going to click on WIDA Can-Dos. And sometimes it takes a moment to load. Okay, so now that I am here, it should look like this, South High School, etc. And of course, you probably want to know the certain courses that you teach, which students are MLLs, okay? I would just go ahead, just to be safe, select it for both classes and courses and pick all the classes that you want to find out about, okay? So these are some of my classes. And you're just going to leave this one at all, okay? And then this academic year is the most recent one that they have, okay? So the first thing you should do is view in browser, okay? And it does take a moment to generate the report. It could take up to 5 minutes, so you have to be patient here. So I'm just going to pause the video for a second. Okay, that literally did take about 3 minutes. So you just kind of have to be patient for a moment while it makes the report. Okay, so the first thing it's going to show you is things that you can expect your students to do based on level. But of course, I'm sure what you really want to see is your actual students and what their levels are. So that's where you're going to click on Student Proficiency Level List, and you're going to have to wait for a moment again for it to pull up the actual students. So now I can actually see my actual students. And just to keep in mind, 1 is the lowest score pretty much, and that is for a student who would be recently arrived and probably didn't have a lot of exposure to English in their lives. And 6 is 100% proficient, but around a 4 to 5 is usually where the students would be placed in general education, and they start to be exited out of ELL or ELD courses, I'm sorry, right around the score of overall of 5. Okay, so that's kind of the goal for students 4 to 5, as far as what they are able to do at more of a typical grade level. There are multiple pages, and if you would like to just look at one class at a time, of course, that's what you can choose up here above, to do just one class at a time. So now that I have this report, I can have it generate a PDF if I would like to just have the student list printed out somewhere, saved somewhere on the computer. And it will print the PDF with both pages. Okay, so this one, it looks like I did a report for just one of my classes, so I'll probably have to go back in there and do another class later. So the summary tab, sorry, my lights went off. I'm not moving enough. The summary tab is a little bit of a different report. It's going to have slightly different information. But it kind of gives you an idea of what percentage of your students are at different levels. Okay, but it doesn't break it down per student. So the best way to look at this report, I think, is to look at your students' actual scores. You can see this student is between 3 and 5. And then also to look at the can-do matrix, because then you can look on here. A lot of my students seem to be in the range from 3 to 5. So I'm going to look at the can-do matrix again to determine what exactly they're able to do during class. But as far as the downloading to the PDF, make sure that you have the tab set on your student list before you download to PDF, because the PDF does not include all of the tabs when you download it. Okay, so if I wanted to print this out, this could be useful. Most of my students are in this range, and I can see some of the things that they should be able to do. Okay, and it has the different language domains: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, but the one I want to print or save is going to be this student proficiency level list. And then I'm going to click download to PDF, and it will take a moment to do that. And then, of course, I can open this up in a new tab, and I can save it in a file. And I know which students are at which level. You are probably going to see a lot of gaps this year. Like these students don't have a score. It's because many students did not take the access test during online learning. Okay? I hope that is helpful. Thank you.